Hello, Filipino teachers. I would like to give you some advice on how to teach English online, especially for the Chinese kids. So the first one is use a simple English name. Why? Because Filipino native names are a bit too long. So a simple English name is easy to remember. And also, Chinese kids, when they learn English from the textbooks, they always meet the names like Tom, Mary, John, things like that. So you just make an English name. This is quite key. And another point is no need to mention I'm from the Philippines. It's no need because you are an international English teacher. Try to make more British or more Americans English name and online simple English. Okay. Learn some Chinese words, especially when you teach, when you tutoring the kids online. Some of the learners are often nearly zero level. So you have to learn some basic Chinese words. This is easier for your class. For example, 明白吗? Do you understand? Things like that. 再来一次. Try again. 跟我说. Repeat after me. Or 跟我读. Repeat after me. Okay. By the way, I would like to make a simple Chinese videos. I would like to invite 1 or 2 Filipino teachers to make a video which shows how to say some basic Chinese words. The third one is don't explain the English with the English again and again. When teachers meet the problem the kids cannot understand, don't try to explain it in more English. You can use gestures, drawings, and even Google. Okay. But don't use it often because you always use Google and the parents will think you are unqualified for the class. And don't change the schedule often. Try to keep it as a grade. For me, if I meet the teacher often changes after 3 times, I will just how can I say? I will leave it. I will leave the teachers. And this is again. When you have to reschedule the class, you have to provide sound, solid evidence. Use pictures and details, things like that. Don't say, I just want to shift the class to another time. It's not very good. And especially some teachers lie. That's totally unacceptable by Chinese. Maybe there is a different culture, but lie is not a good thing. Okay. Further, I would like to remind you, you have to, for some of the Filipino teachers, you have to improve your sound. This is especially true for some ladies. They use a very exaggerated tones. So first pronounce the word properly, and then the sentence tones. Don't use the local accent. Try to follow BBC or VOA. I meet a very interesting people. When I try to point it out, this is not a Filipino teacher. This is another teacher from South Africa. She told me that you, Mark, I'm Uncle Mark, your pronunciation is not good. Okay. Why you ask me to change to try to speak standard English? I said, if I can speak better English, then why not I invite you? I mean, why should I invite you as my student teacher? So please improve your pronunciation and intonation. That's the key. If you can do that, I'm sure your rate can be increased. Okay. Another key issue is, especially for the teenagers, when you do the exercises, don't make mistakes. Because this is easy. You can prepare in advance. There is answers. There is answers. So you just check. So if you are not sure, you just say, I'm not sure. Let me check later. To be honest, I met this case also. A very good teacher is active, humorous, but he made 2 mistakes, grammar mistakes. The parents immediately called me and said, we don't want him any longer. Grammar is very key for Chinese people because they have to prepare exam. Okay. I think that's the advice from me so far. We can continue to communicate on this regard. Thank you. Bye bye.